Epcot Food and Wine Festival is once again nearly upon us, and along with the food and drinks, there's an opportunity to see some great bands performing live during the festival. But here's the catch, it can be difficult sometimes to get in the venue or anywhere near it, it's so busy. And that is where the Eat to the Beat dining package comes in. And today on Parks and Parades, we're going to break down the details, tell you about our experience, and above all, let you know if we think this is something that's worth factoring into your next trip. So what is Eat to the Beat? Well, as part of the Food and Wine Festival, they have live music events. And until last year, we've not really watched one of these in the venue. And the reason for that is that we've always been put off by just how busy it gets. The queues are just crazy. Now, when we go to the park, we usually have a meal anyway. So we kind of figured, well, if we're going to eat and they do this dining package, why don't we give this a try? And that's exactly what we did last year. We'd never done it before, and we thought we'd just test it out. And I have to say that we picked quite a weekend to stress test this. So it was opening weekend of Food and Wine Festival. It's always really busy. All the locals come out as well as the tourists. And Joey Fatone and Friends was the opening act. Now, he is someone who's played many years, former NSYNC member, and always attracts a huge crowd. So if it was ever really going to be worth seeing if this package is worth doing, it was going to be this weekend. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what we did, what the crowd levels were like, and whether this package is actually worth your money. And stick around to the end of the video because we're going to talk about all the details you need to know for this year, including which bands are performing in 2026, what are the dates and times of those performances, and the participating restaurants and pricing, and most importantly, when these packages are open to reservations. So the dining package gives you a meal at one of the participating restaurants and guaranteed seating for one of the performances later the same day. So the various different performances, you have to specify which one that you want to go to. And the key word there is guaranteed. You're not paying for a VIP concert, you're not paying for a better seat, you're paying for certainty. And after doing it, I think that's exactly where the value comes in. Now, if you don't do a dining package and you want to watch one of these shows, you'll have to get there pretty early and queue up. Now, on opening weekend, the queue for the Joey Fatone concert, it stretched all the way back to Germany, to the end of Germany. It was a humongous queue. There's no way a lot of the people at the back of that line were getting into that show. So it really is a bit of a roll of the dice if you just turn up and you haven't planned to do one of these dining packages, particularly at the weekend and particularly at some of the bigger, kind of more sought after concerts. We were just amazed at how long this queue was, and people were waiting, and there was, definitely some disappointed people at the end of that line. So there's lots of different restaurants to choose from. For our dining package, we chose Garden Grill. It's one of our favorites. And honestly, I think it might be one of the best options available. So first of all, it's a character meal. So it's a good opportunity to get up close and personal and meet some of your favorite characters. So rather than just having dinner, you're also getting to meet Mickey, Pluto, and Chip and Dale. They're coming round and interacting with the table and speaking with the kids and taking photos and doing autographs, so it's great. And secondly, it's family style. The food comes to you. You don't need to keep getting up for a buffet, and the kids don't spend 20 minutes deciding what they want to eat. It's just so easy. And when you've already walked miles around Epcot all day, easy is good. Now for us, it became a really nice break in the middle of a busy park day with air conditioning and pretty good food. And let's talk about the food. So to start with, there is cornbread with honey butter, a harvest-inspired green salad featuring tomatoes, olives, peppers and croutons, and carrots and celery with farmhouse ranch. The main platter itself consists of a backyard grilled steak with a chimichurri sauce, rotisserie-style roasted turkey with pan gravy, home-style mashed potatoes, farm-fresh green beans and seasonal vegetables, macaroni and cheese, and a strawberry shortcake. And interestingly enough, some of the vegetables that are served in this restaurant, they actually come from the crops from the living of the land. So when you're going on that ride and you see them growing those vegetables, those vegetables are getting served in the restaurant, so you know they're pretty fresh. They're coming from directly downstairs, and the food is really good. And so once you finish your meal, they give you your tickets. You need to hold on to these. They should have the right date and the right time on, and you simply go to the dedicated entrance and present these. And once you enter the pavilion, there'll be staff members to make sure that everybody is occupying all the space. They will shuffle you along and make sure that everybody gets a seat. If you've got the tickets, you should automatically get a seat. And 2 tips really before you go in, especially if you've got kids, make sure you use the toilets first. The bathrooms nearest the venue are crazy busy, and the nearest bar and the nearest drink stands as well have got really big queues. So you might want to make sure if you want to take a beer or a soda in, you get in that in advance on the way to the venue, and maybe buy a little bit away from the American Pavilion. Avoid some of those larger queues that are right outside the venue. The other great thing about the Eat to the Beat concert series is it's a great way to introduce your kids to live music. Now, at the time we went last year, our daughters were 10 and 12 years old, and this was really their first proper experience at a concert. And honestly, if you're looking for a way to introduce your kids to live music, this has got to be one of the best possible settings. The concerts are not very long. You're in a safe Disney environment. The atmosphere is fun rather than intimidating. And importantly, if your kids aren't enjoying it, you can just leave. You haven't spent hundreds of dollars on concert tickets specifically, and you haven't traveled halfway across the country. You're already there at Epcot enjoying the park. And if you feel like you're, wasting your money and somebody wants to go after 20 minutes, you just head off and continue enjoying the rides and attractions that Epcot has to offer. So interestingly, our girls had very different reactions. Our eldest absolutely loved it. Her and her mum were dancing all night long. She really got into the atmosphere and had a brilliant time. My youngest, she wasn't too fussed. She enjoyed it, but she wasn't blown away by it. And honestly, I think that's exactly why this environment works so well. There's very little pressure. Now, the biggest surprise of the evening was actually me. If I'm honest, I expected to hate it. It's not really my kind of music. 90s boy bands? No, not my thing at all. I was mainly going because I thought the family would enjoy it and because I thought it would be a good experience for the girls. But I actually really enjoyed it. The atmosphere was brilliant. The crowd were really into it. The theatre feels surprisingly intimate despite being right in the middle of Epcot. And by the end of it, I completely understood why these concerts have such a loyal following and attract so much interest. So was the Eat to the Beat dining package worth it? Well, for us it was. We had a great night. We were going to eat anyway. But I think if you want to see one of these concerts, particularly if it's on one of the busier nights, on a weekend, it's one of those more popular artists, then factor in a meal. There are lots of different restaurants available. We're going to get into that detail in just a second and tell you what's happening in 2026. But lots of different restaurants for lots of different tastes and price points. So I think it's something that if you really want to go and see a show, it's definitely worth it. So getting into some of the detail, the Epcot Food and Wine Festival runs from August the 27th to November the 21st, but the concert series runs up until the 16th of November. The show times are at 5:30, 6:45 and 8 p.m. and the location is in the America Gardens Theatre at Epcot in the American Pavilion. So let's talk about who's going to be performing this year in 2026. The concert series will kick off with Orlando-based tribute band Evolution Motown, who will be performing on the 27th of August before handing over to the 90s pop rock MMMBop Brothers Hanson. Evolution Motown return for another 3 nights, followed by Grammy-nominated husband and wife duo The Warden Treaty on September the 4th and 5th, and they will be followed by American rock band Yellow Card on September 6th and 7th. From From September the 8th through the 10th, we have the Fly Guys, another local Orlando-based tribute act specialising in 90s and 2000s rock, pop and hip hop. Next up, performing for 2 nights, is Couch, a 7-piece soul, funk and jazz band hailing from Boston. LA indie band Fits and the Tantrums take the stage on September 13th and 14th, followed by Latin Ambition, another Central Florida-based band blending Latin grooves and American top 40 pop and rock. Performing on September the 15th and 17th before handing over to American contemporary Christian band Mercy Me, who take the stage for the next 2 nights. On September the 20th and 21st, the stage belongs to Puerto Rican merengue group Grupo Mania, and then the Metro Latino band, an Orlando-based Latin music cover group, take to the stage on September the 22nd to the 24th. That's followed by a 3-night residency from Element, a popular act that regularly perform at Eat to the Beat, and they're quite unique. They're the only band in the season lineup that incorporates American Sign Language into their shows, blending vocals with sign language for a highly inclusive experience. On September 28th and 29th, Newfound Glory, an American punk rock band from Florida, will take to the stage. And to complete September's lineup and take us into October, for 2 nights we have Californian rockers Smash Mouth. Returning to the stage on October the 2nd and 3rd are the Champagne Orchestra, bringing a blend of vintage old Hollywood styling and high energy performances with a top 40 set. Salsa artist Ray Wurris takes to the stage on the 4th and 5th, and Ray is followed by 80s pop royalty Tiffany. Now you may want to consider a dining package for this one, as I most definitely don't think you'll be alone now when she takes to the stage on the 7th and 8th of October. Viva Latina will be performing Latin salsa and bossa nova dance albums from the 9th to the 11th of October, and then US rock band The Fray pick up the beats on October 12th and 13th. Best known for their 1987 anthem Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now, Starship featuring Mickey Thomas will appear October 14th and 15th. And then, if country jams are up your street, Orlando local Jacqueline Hayden will be performing October 16th through to the 18th. Nashville-based American singer and songwriter and record producer Ben Rector takes to the stage October 19th and 20th, and he's followed by Alan Stone, an artist from Washington who is described as having a voice reminiscent to the likes of Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye. So if you're a fan of soul and R&B, you should definitely check this one out. Described as the ultimate top 40s cover band, Orlando locals Sound Up will take to the stage on October 23rd to the 25th. No stranger to the spotlight, Lauren Alana came in 2nd place on season 10 of American Idol back in 2011, and Lauren will perform October 26th and 27th before handing over to Texan rock band Bowling for Soup, who take to the stage October 28th and 29th. For those of you who are not attending Mickey's Not So Spooky Halloween party during Halloween weekend, you have got the opportunity to see Orlando-based band Southbound performing across the Halloween weekend and on November the 1st. And Boys to Men will be returning on November the 2nd and 3rd. I'm not sure how they fit it all in, as they're touring Australia and New Zealand this year, and then a full European tour in 2027, including London on Valentine's Day. So if there's any romantic Brits looking for a present for their better half, you can take them to see Boys to Men if you can't make Epcot. Colorado band Big Head Todd and the Monsters will perform on November the 4th and the 5th before handing the mic to high energy 1980s cover band the M80s, performing November 6th to the 8th. Two-time Grammy Award nominee Grace Potter will perform November the 9th and 10th, and then on the 11th and 12th of November, a band that is certain to draw massive crowds and will definitely need a lot of planning, the Beach Boys. And to round things off, another local Orlando band, often seen playing in the UK Pavilion, the Hooligans will switch the UK stage to the American Garden Theatre on November 13th to the 16th. Now, if I had to put my money on which of these are going to be the busiest and most sought after, I would be betting on Boys to Men, Hanson, the Beach Boys, the Fray, Bowling for Soup and Tiffany. So if you want to attend one of these gigs and you don't want to stand in this massive queue, that's when you should be considering a dining package. So what exactly is included in the dining package? So at most participating restaurants, you will get an entree and a dessert and a choice of drink. And if you're 21 or older, that does include alcohol. Now there might be some exclusions on there, some of the more expensive cocktails, for example. And if you are dining at a buffet restaurant or somewhere with a set meal, then the server will tell you what you can and can't get. Plus, and this is what you're really paying for, you will get your guaranteed seat to eat to the beat on the same day for your selected time. So let's take a look at all of the participating restaurants and the pricing for the dining packages. So starting in the Germany Pavilion, Beer Garden Restaurant is a German-themed buffet experience inspired by a traditional Bavarian village festival. Guests can enjoy sausages, schnitzel and other German favourites with a live umpire band providing authentic Bavarian entertainment throughout the meal. Over in France, in the France Pavilion, Chefs de France offers French classic cuisine in an elegant Parisian brasserie setting. Expect dishes such as French onion soup, steak frites, creme brulee, and one of World Showcase's most iconic restaurants. Also in France, the Crêpier de Paris provides a more relaxed dining experience centered around traditional sweet and savoury Breton crepes. It's a great lighter option with authentic French flavours. Located inside the Seas Pavilion, Coral Reef Restaurant serves seafood and American favourites, along with some of the most impressive dining views in Disney World with huge aquarium windows overlooking thousands of sea creatures. Inside the Land Pavilion, Garden Grill Restaurant, the rotating dining experience that we've already covered and talked about in this video. Now, one thing worth noting is that you can reserve a dining experience for breakfast for a slightly cheaper option. At the Mexico Pavilion, the Hacienda de San Angel offers authentic Mexican cuisine with beautiful views across World Showcase Lagoon. Popular dishes include tacos, enchiladas, and some of the best fresh margaritas. Heading to China, Nine Dragons Restaurant serves a wide variety of regional Chinese dishes in an elegant setting inspired by traditional Chinese architecture. Back in World Showcase, Rose and Crown Dining Room in the United Kingdom Pavilion recreates the traditional British pub atmosphere, serving favourites such as fish and chips, bangers and mash, and sticky toffee pudding. Japan offers two very different dining experiences. Shikisai Sushi celebrates Japanese festivals with sushi, small plates and traditional dishes served in a colourful and vibrant atmosphere. And meanwhile, Teppanado delivers classic teppanyaki dining where chefs prepare steak, chicken and seafood right at the table with plenty of entertainment and theatre along the way. Now over in Morocco, Spice Road Table specialises in Mediterranean and North African small plates, very much a tapas style with excellent waterfront views and a relaxed atmosphere, perfect for sharing dishes with the family. The Italy Pavilion offers two options. Tutta Italiana Ristorante delivers a traditional Italian dining with pasta, seafood and classic Italian entrees in an upscale setting. And finally, Via Napoli Restaurant is a pizzeria. It's famous for authentic Neapolitan pizzas cooked in a wood fire oven, imported from Italy, the oven that is, not the pizzas, making it one of the most popular dining locations in Epcot. Now, if you really want to splash out, one of Epcot's most sought after reservations is La Cellier Steakhouse in Canada Pavilion. The signature restaurant recreates the atmosphere of a Canadian wine cellar and it's best known for premium steaks. Now, do note that this restaurant will set you back 2 dining credits if you want to use the Disney dining plan to open up this package. Now, also available, and this is available on the day and it really is subject to availability, but there is a quick service option, and that is Regal Eagle Smokehouse in the American Adventure. So this serves classic American barbecue, including brisket, ribs, pulled pork. It's only available as a same-day dining package, and make sure that you note you can't use the Disney dining plan for this option. So I said before, lots of different prices, lots of different options available. Most of these are one table service credit on the Disney dining plan, with the exception of the Cellier Steakhouse. And as mentioned, you also can't use it at Regal Eagle Smokehouse. So whether you're looking for character dining, premium steaks, authentic international cuisine, or just the best value for your concert package, there's an option for every type of Epcot visitor. Now, each of these restaurants, there is a slight upcharge. If I give you an example, for the Garden Grill restaurant, the package works out about $4 more per person. So actually, it's not a lot to pay. I'll pay $4 to guarantee a seat and not have to queue up in the sunshine, you know, on one of the hottest days in a really busy place. If you really want to go and do this, I think small, you know, $4 is a small price to pay. Reservations for the Eat to the Beat dining packages open on July the 16th. Now, do make sure when you are booking these packages, you go online and you select the dining package. Don't just book Garden Grill. It needs to be a Garden Grill Eat to the Beat dining package, otherwise you won't get those tickets. And as mentioned before, there will be a slight upcharge. It could be a couple of dollars, it could be a little bit more, but it's really worth it. As you hopefully can agree, if you really want to see a band and it's going to be one of those busier events, the Eat to the Beat dining package really is the way forward. So hopefully you found that useful. We think it was worth it, and maybe you will as well. So if you did enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. There's lots of other videos, restaurant reviews, hints and tips if you're planning on going to Disney or Universal. Give us a follow. Hope you enjoy your time at Epcot Food and Wine, and make sure you follow us for more shortcuts to the magic on Parks and Parades. See you on the next video.